to a new vlog. So today we are at our client Emmanuel's property in Yorkshire. I actually had to stand outside because the lights are off at the moment, but as you know, we provide an end-to-end service, meaning we also do management and get the tenants in to make sure that our clients are profiting and are cash flowing on a monthly basis. So this is a 2/3 bedroom house, terrace house. So this is like the outside area, and then I'll just show you around as well. So really here today also because showing tenants around, just trying to get those tenants in rapidly so it can get rented out, tenanted, and as I said, cash flowing. But yeah, let me show you around. So this is the kitchen. So essentially it's turnkey in the sense that he was able to purchase it below market value with kind of not much work to do at all. So other than perhaps laying down a new vinyl, but again, that's not really even urgent. There's really not much to do. So white walls, grey flooring, so pretty standard. So this is like the dining area, which leads into the kitchen, and then you have the front living room. So we were initially going to rent this out as a HMO, with this being the first bedroom, so the front room being the first bedroom, as it's a good size bedroom. And then there's 2 bedrooms upstairs, so it was going to operate it as a 3-bedroom HMO, but with all the running costs, we thought, do you know what, let's just rent it out as a whole, because you'd end up making the same amount of money anyway with less hassle because you're just renting it to a family. So this is the bathroom, so nice basic bathroom, and then this is one of the bedrooms as well. This is a smaller bedroom and it's good because it's got its own storage cupboard. And then we have a really big bedroom here. So this is, I would say, like a king size bedroom. And because of this room, you could increase the rent slightly or charge a higher rent. So you've got more storage in there. So if we were to operate this as a HMO, downstairs, the front room would have been bedroom 1. This would have been bedroom 2. And this would have been bedroom 3. But we're gonna rent it to a family as well. So just showed around a lovely lady who wants to move in with her family. So we'll see how that goes. And then what I love about this house is this secret room upstairs, but you'll see that the reason why it was sold as a 2-bedroom and not a 3-bedroom, because the way it was built, it's not built, the proper standards. As you can see, the stairs is very narrow. So whoever goes up here needs to be extra, shall I say, careful. So let's just make our way up. So this is the loft room. So it's actually, it's a good size room. Managed to get a handyman just to make sure that this is nice and secure. So the key when, viewing tenants around the property, you just want to make sure that it feels welcoming. You also want to ask them a series of questions. So I've been asking the prospect tenants what they do for work, where they lived before, do they have any references, do they have pay slips, etc., so that you can get to know them. You can kind of get a feel for them as well. Also who they're moving in with. Is it by themselves? Do they have children? Do they have animals as well? So you need to ask them a series of questions, but not like as an interview, but just very conversational. So the people that came to view, both of them seemed, quite nice. So whoever basically pays the holding deposit first will get this property. We also just need to make sure that the property is ready to move into. So we need to check the fire alarms, make sure that the fire alarms are working. So as you can see here, there's a fire alarm there, and they are dotted throughout the property. We also just want to make sure that there is going to be a lockbox, so that if we do need a handyman or any sort of builder to come around and do any maintenance to the property, that they can easily access the property. So it's likely that we'll have just a lockbox drilled in here or on this side as well. But as you can see, it's a nice street. It's nice and quiet, but then around the corner is lots of shops. The train station is about an 8-minute walk away. So property is located in a fantastic location for tenants, which is why it's not going to take long to rent this out. And we're even charging higher rent than the rest of the properties on this road, just because it is in good condition and it is in a fantastic location. So that's a win-win for us. All right, let's talk numbers then. So in terms of numbers, the holding deposit is 1 month's rent, and the rent is £900. The going rent in the area is around like 550, 600, but as I said, I'm confident that we can get 900 as we've already got lots of viewings flooding our way. So our client will be making about £500 profit a month, which is actually fantastic considering it's not HMO. In consideration, this is actually a 2-bedroom, and in terms of the area and what the going rent is in this area as well, that is good. And yeah, what else is there numbers wise? And because we're renting this to a family, we don't need to worry about council tax, we don't need to worry about any of those sorts of bills. Whoever moves in will have to worry about that. So essentially, the only bill that is going to be eating into the profit is the mortgage payments. That is good. And in terms of purchase price, since we're on that note, we purchased this property for 112,000, around that mark. Yeah, it's a really good ROI. But yeah, good investment, happy about that. Waiting for other tenants to come and view. Got another meeting now. So I'm just upstairs viewing if anything needs to be done, anything needs to be rectified, etc. And also, with this whole reforms act that's come out now, a lot of investors, they're saying they don't want to stay in property or they don't want to get started in property. I tell my clients this: there's always going to be some sort of reforms that is coming out. I mean, if you look back, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, even 100 years ago, when people, were investing in property, over the years, new reforms kept coming out, I guess making it more challenging to make a profit, but still possible. And that is why property investing is still one of the most popular investments out there, because despite all the reforms that come out, and there'll be more reforms all the time, people are still going to be buying property, investing in property, because the smart investors, the investors that I work with, they know that property investing is for the long term. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's none of that. But if you want to build real wealth, investing in property, it is for the long term. And as I said, there's always going to be something, whether it's the reforms, whether it's COVID, the 2008 crash, perseverance. You'll see the successful, the wealth. They're always pushing through these events, right? It's not about standing still and waiting what happens. It's about taking action and investing through uncertain times, so that when things go up again, you're already in the market. So you are already, benefiting because you invested whilst everyone else was scared not to invest. I mean, look at my client, Emmanuel, who purchased this fantastic investment. So now his money that was in his bank account, his savings, earning next to nothing, it's now in this property that I'm walking around in, even now valued at more than what he purchased it, meaning he's already made money from his initial investment. So it's just about thinking smart and not listening to all these negative news. Listen to people that's actually investing in property, that's actually making money.